Even a small shock should be enough for him to turn tail. Of course, he's right on the lagoon bed. I'll need him to be right on top of the cable for it to work. I need something to lure him to the surface.
Okay, I see what you're doing there. I just don't really know how. Cardboard box in a lagoon.
The cardboard softened in the water.
Brilliant.
I softened the cardboard in water.
I don't know why I did that. It just seemed like a stupid thing to try, and therefore it worked. Seriously, wet cardboard. What am I gonna do with wet cardboard, game? Come on. I even think it's ridiculous to try and shock a friggin' shark with an ancient hand-cranked radio. You know, that thing would explode if anything. Well, it wouldn't explode, it would just do nothing, but... I still want something to do with these plants, but...
These plants are firmly...
Is there anything I'm just wondering, it seems like the wet cardboard seems like an item I need...
I don't need to use the sun.
Yeah, okay. Like an item you need right now, but I don't know where. I really don't know where. Where the fuck would I use wet cardboard? Do I heat that up again? Maybe I make it red. Like, give the shark the idea that there's blood there. Is that it? But that is all dried up, so that's not gonna stick on there, is it? At least that's what I'm thinking right now, but...
To what end again?
I don't know. You still got the item. I don't know why. Yeah, I'm being cheap again, but I don't know what to do. Alright, use the cloth. That seems...
The blood dried up hours ago. I can't soak it up.
Okay. So... Fine, I guess we'll go get the cloth wet then. Except we can't. You cannot get the cloth wet. Okay. Well...
I softened the cardboard in water.
Yeah, and then what?
Feathers, blood. It's dried up in the heat.
Yeah. I'm missing that one step again, aren't I? Must be.
The blood dried up hours ago.
Yeah, you can't soak it up. Damn it. Yeah, that's... I feel like it's just one tiny step I'm missing.
I need to stay.
Yeah, I definitely am. And you know what that means? I am going to figure this out, and then I'll return. Be right back. Alrighty, alrighty. It is... Or, well, you know, the solution to this little puzzle. It is way easier than I thought it would be. We collect water.
I'll fill it with water.
Yes. We have a jug. I somehow forgot that, you know, we had a jug. So we pour water on the dried up blood.
This should moisten the bloodstain.
And now we can soak it up.
I've soaked the cloth in the blood.
And now we should, you know, complete our plan of radio shocking and bloody cloth.
I'll knot the blood-stained rag onto the loose end of the cable.
There we go. One machine that will defeat a shark. Radio, cable, and bloody cloth. Whoever the hell, except Fent and Paddock, thinks of something like that.
The radio can be charged electrically, and that charge could then be conducted down the cable. Sharks, I'm sure, are sensitive beings at heart. Even a small shock should be enough for him to turn tail. Of course, he's right on the lagoon bed. I'll need him to be right on top of the cable for it to work. Hopefully the smell of blood will be enough to attract his attention.
Actually, sharks are incredibly sensitive. If you basically tap them on the nose, then they'll just fuck off.
It's
Most
working.
of them.
The shark's surfaced, and he's circling the bait. I need to hurry before he pulls the whole thing under.
Or, you know, their entire sense of smell is incredibly delicate. It's
Wow.
kind of interesting.
40 volts straight to the face.
How very underwhelming.
Fenton Paddock, top of the food chain. Time to get down there and check out this temple.
Oh yeah, we're gonna go swim now. Oh god. Temple.
The temple looks more or less intact from the outside. Maybe it's in good condition inside as well. Who knows?
Oh boy, I don't like that meter up top. I don't like it at all. Oh god, it's gonna take me forever to get back up.
It's a huge gate with a recess in the center.
Yeah, go up. Up. Now.
I
Jeez.
have my strengths, but breathing underwater isn't one of them.
Yeah, you're no Guybrush, man. You're no Guybrush. Then again, I wouldn't beat you, so... There's a recess there. Yeah, that stood out immediately, actually.
A jagged indentation.
Okay, what else is there? Temple ruins, gate... well...
The recess isn't very big. I can reach all the way in. There seems to be some kind of mechanism back here.
Can't pull it or anything, I guess. Okay, first up. I don't want you to drown. Do not want you to drown. That's damn close, actually. I should be a bit more careful. Use ground.
Weed, mud, clay. Yes, it's a lake bed.
Okay, just go up. And maybe that rod is sharp or something?
This metal rod has a sharp edge. Given how long it's been in the water, it's remarkably rust-free.
Cool, so now we can cut away that and get the vine. Or something.
There, I've managed to cut away the plants with the sharp edge of the pole. There's a small carving here. This carving looks like the same symbol as the indentation on the temple doorway.
It does actually, yeah.
It's carved into the stone. There's not much I can do with it.
Okay, so what do we do with it? Do we put...
I'm only going to smash it if I keep doing this.
Okay. Wet cardboard?
Not bad. The damp cardboard should mold itself to the carving and dry in that shape. Of course, then it'll stick there forever. I need to grease it up first.
Okay. I don't know. Apparently we're making... well, we're molding something, so... we're making some sort of shit. We're basically making the key. That's what we're gonna be doing.
I severed the vine. It's dripping some kind of oily sap.
That's exactly what I need.
There's oily plant sap dripping from where I severed it.
Cool. Do we just... No? Do we use the reed?
I'll soak the reeds with some of the sap.
Cool. And then we use the oil in the carving and then throw in the cardboard.
If it's good for my skin, it can't do any harm to an old rock. I'll oil it up.
It's not exactly the same, but okay. Oiled up, wet cardboard.
Perfect. This should make for a good mould. The damp cardboard will dry around the carving, and the plant oil should let me get it off again in one piece.
Cool. Okay. Now I'm thinking, what could we actually mold? Because there's not much. I did, however, I don't know, it stood out. So I guess that's why I remembered it. But when I clicked on the ground in the lake, Fenton said, you know, specifically clay. Now, if we're going to be molding something, clay is something we can work with, right? So, can we go collect some? I'm guessing so, considering my cursor is now gone, and that indicates that there is successful action. So, I guess clay I'll
collect some mud.
Or mud, sure. Just get back up there. Then we... I don't know how exactly we're going to get the clay in there, but... Or we're not.
The cardboard's dried in the heat. If I just remove it carefully, and yes, a beautiful cardboard mold.
Okay, then we pour the clay on there.
Fill the cardboard mold with clay.
Cool. So now we just heat it up, right? That's how it works. I don't think there's any other steps. Heat it up.
Let's hope it's hot enough to fire the clay.
Oh, if not, I have a problem. A long time. Oh, it's not that long. That's kind of fast, actually.
That should do it. The cardboard's burned away, and the clay looks pretty solid.
Excuse me, kind of just started yawning there. Let's see if we can grab more reed, just in case. Yes, we can. Okay. We're gonna need more reed. Good to know. Can I poke it away?
Got it.
Or just pick it up without the metal rod?
It's an exact copy of the shape on the statue by the temple.
So, do we need to make another, or do we just insert this one here? No, we don't. Okay. I guess we insert it down there in the recess. And I'm really curious to see if that will open the gate or not. It probably will, but how the hell would that work? With the water pressure and everything.
We're in business.
Yeah, and then what?
How has no water reached this part of the temple? It smells old and dank, but at least I can breathe.
Oh, that would creep me out, knowing that I'd be underwater. Yeah, I don't like that. That air has to be insanely old, but Urals, Tibet.
It's so well preserved. The painting seems to portray a scene Professor Hayes told me about. It's a group of herdsmen or hunters entering a large cave in the mountains. These are the people who discovered the entrance to Shambala many thousands of years ago.
And that would be the town? Or Shambhala itself? Or what they made?
It's a magnificent city with some kind of glowing orb in the center. This must be Shambhala, the light at the center. That must be the source of these morphogenetic fields. It's the world's soul.
Also, I just kind of realized how this looks exactly like the other temple. That's cool. That's definitely cool. There's a round stone there.
The same characters as the monastery in Tibet. This is definitely the right place.
Oh yeah, definitely.
These glass windows must be thick as hell to withstand the water pressure, but this place was supposed to have been built over 10,000 years ago. They should barely have had two sticks to rub together. Christ, all these stories and legends. They're all beginning to feel very real.
Kind of, yeah.
The painting up there has a number of people reaching the shores of a sea or a river by boat. These must be the Shambala survivors, the ones who came here to hide the second key. That can't be. That looks like a British Army uniform. But this place was supposed to have been built millennia ago.
Time travel? Oh god, time travel. Time travel always makes things overly complicated.
The painting shows burning houses and many, many dead people. They're fighting one another on a huge mountain of corpses. But they don't look like warriors. They're just townsfolk murdering one another. Is this the fall of Shambala? The inexplicable catastrophe that Professor Hayes mentioned, but he said it was a dragon, and Kim translated something similar back at the monastery. These people are killing each other. But why?
Good question. What's up with these stones? Okay. There's another one there and another one there. Oh boy, I foresee a hard puzzle. I don't know, it feels like it's time. Last time when we were in the other monastery there also were some, so...
A round stone.
That's it.
This stone has a pattern on it.
And that one doesn't.
A round stone.
That one does not.
A round patterned stone.
Okay. That seems to be everything I've looked at. Okay. Well, time for the main event.
There's a plinth in the middle of the room. Okay. We've got 6 circular recesses arranged around a symbol. This must be where the artifact was stored all that time ago. I'd better take a closer look. There's a small slab in the middle of the plinth with a symbol on it.
Yeah.
I can't move it.
You can't move. Can I?
I should probably try to open it the proper way before employing the Fenton Paddock technique.
Aw, boring. Well, for one, I'm missing a lot of these stones.
It looks like something needs to be inserted. A circular recess.
Okay, does it matter how? I'm sure it does.
There's a rune on this stone.
Okay, this is the same pattern every single corner, isn't it? Huh. First, I need 3 more stones. That much is clear. There's nothing else I can use here, right? Or I can use that mural. What? How?
There's a round stone jutting out of the wall here. I'll grab it.
Cool. Oh, there's one there. There it is, actually, yeah.
Here's another stone.
There, over to the right, I think that is another one? Yeah, it is. That one right there.
And another stone.
Okay, so now for the presumably hard puzzle. Because I have no clue how... You know, I'm just assuming that there is a certain order these have to be in. I
heard something move inside. Is it unlocked?
That would be insanely easy. Can't be.
There's a plinth in the middle of the room.
Did something change? No?
I can't move it.
You sure?
There's a small slab.
Can't use this.
I should Aha! The stones can be pushed down into the platform. A stone. It's round and has a rune on it.
Oh, what? So they... Oh, really? Did I... I must be insanely lucky. What the hell? Cool.
That must be the artifact. The key to the gates of Shambala.
Yoink.
Finally. The second key. I've traveled 3 continents just to find this thing. I should be happy. Or at least relieved. But there's something bothering me. Something at the back of my mind. I'm finally holding in my hands the key to Shambala. The key to rescuing Richard. And I've got this weird feeling about it all. Is that my conscience? Damn. I thought I lost the thing years ago. Maybe all this wasn't such a good idea. How many people have already died for this thing? And how many more will die if I open the gate to Shambala? Beyond all the myths and the legends, there has to be something real at the end of it all. There is something behind that gate that shouldn't be messed with. I don't know. Maybe it's this place, or maybe I'm just tired, but I can't help but think back to Hong Kong Harbor. I made a split-second decision to save Richard. And it was the wrong one. I won't make the same mistake again. I don't have the luxury of special circumstances as an excuse this time. And this time, there's a lot more at stake. Kim said you can't weigh one life against another. Last time, my mistake cost 8 lives. This time, it could be thousands. I've got to accept the reality. I can't go back to Tibet. I have to go back to where it all began. I have to justify the most difficult decision of my entire life.
Lord Weston,
Yes?
Mr. Paddock is back.
What? What are you waiting for? Send him in, quickly. Fenton, you have no idea how relieved I am to see you.
Lord Weston,
Do you have any news of my son? Is he alive?
I'm afraid it's not that simple, Governor.
Is Richard dead? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
No, he's still alive, I think.
Oh, thank God. Do you need more money? How can I help you? Just say the word, I'll do everything within my power.
Sir, I know where your son is. I even have the key to the gate that leads to his location. The problem is, I can't be answerable for opening that gate.
And what is that supposed to mean?
Richard is in a place in the Himalayas called Shambala. For some reason, he fled there when his unit was attacked by Nazi troops. Maybe it was the only way he could prevent the Nazis from entering Shambala. The point is, that place holds a secret so vital, it cannot be permitted to fall into the wrong hands at any cost. This is what I've come to realize. The second key could undo everything Richard has worked for. If I reopen the gate in order to follow him, I'd risk letting the Nazis into Shambala. Lord Weston, we have to destroy the second portal key. I'm sorry, but the dangers it represents are simply too great.
What are you saying? You suggest that we leave my son, your friend, to his fate?
Lord Weston, you know what Richard means to me. You know what I've sacrificed for him. Believe me, if there were any other way, I would take it. I know it's hard to accept, but after everything I've seen and experienced, I just can't continue with this mission. I'm here today to ask for your understanding.
I cannot believe I'm hearing this. You sentence my son to death, and you come here asking for absolution. I was wrong about you, Paddock. If you are unable to handle the situation, I shall have to find someone who is.
As I said, I'm very sorry, Lord Weston. But I've made my decision. I'm going to destroy the key.
Should have done that
I'm
before.
afraid that decision is no longer in your hands.
What is this? You're collaborating with the Nazis, Governor?
I had no choice, Fenton. Mr. Kleist claimed to know where Richard was. He said he could return him to me. I was skeptical, but a father will cling to even the slightest shred of hope. I never gave up hope that you would solve the situation, and that I could quickly end my collaboration with the Nazis. But now I realize that I backed the wrong horse.
Governor, this is a mistake.
I'm prepared to take that risk.
Paddock, I wonder if you would be so kind as to accompany me to the airport. You have an appointment in Tibet that you absolutely cannot miss.
We meet again, Mr. Paddock.
It's a dubious pleasure, Countess. But I guess you've become rather accustomed to having me around.
Had I been given the choice, you would be lying in your wretched Hong Kong shack with a hole between your eyes, believe me. I console myself knowing this will be the last time your good fortune keeps you alive. I hardly imagine you are aware of the fact, but you must at least have felt the transfer of energy when you held the second artifact in your hands, yes? Paddock, you have connected with the key. You are now the only person capable of using it.
You mean you can't get into Shambala without little old me?
Just kill him and do it yourself.
Precisely.
And you think I'm going to help you?
But of course, there can be no doubt.
I hate to break it to you, love, but if I really am your last option, you're rather scraping the bottom of the barrel. Your expedition ends here.
And in comes
Tut,
Kim.
tut, Mr. Paddock. You are always so hasty to judge before knowing all the facts. I am well aware of the lengths you would go to keep Shambala from us. You would merrily abandon your greatest friend for that very reason. But I wonder, would you so capriciously condemn to death your pretty little accomplice?
Kim?
You would merrily abandon your greatest friend for that very reason. But I wonder, would you so capriciously condemn to death your pretty little accomplice? Oh, please don't look so dejected. At least you have one less life on your conscience. Well, if you cooperate, that is. Please don't make me describe to you what will happen to your girlfriend should you fail to comply. I think you have the imagination to make the right decision.
Kim, are you okay?
Just about.
Well,
Okay. Let her go and I'll do whatever you want.
I would dearly love to grant you this wish, but alas, it may be that your friend can make herself useful on the other side of the portal. No, she stays with us, but she gets to live a little longer.
Fine. What do you want me to do?
Place the second key in the recess on the pedestal. We will talk some more in Shambala.
Yikes, that's bright.
Fenton. Fenton, wake up!
What?
Fenton!
What? Richard? Richard, is that you?
Of course it's me. Are you feeling okay?
You... Why do you look like a ghost?
Oh, charming. You came all this way